Hey folks, I am just doing a real quick impromptu video because evidently people are already getting their knives. I didn't expect people to start getting their knives till the middle or end of this week. So that's crazy. I'm already getting some feedback on Instagram and emails. People are quite happy with them, so I'm really excited about that. But what I was going to do, and what was also brought up by someone who sent me a message, was the difference between the aluminum and the coppers. So first of all, I'm going to show you when you get your package, it's going to have your little tin in it, and it's also going to have a little bundle of hex keys. I didn't choose a very good background. Sorry about that, folks, but it's going to have a little bundle of hex keys. Sorry about my filthy hands, too. I was working on something, started getting messages, and said, oh, I should probably come and do that really quick. So, kick it open. You're going to find a knife in there. And you're also going to find underneath the foam is going to be your carry options, whichever you chose. So if you chose keyring, there will be a keyring and a little chain in there. I do apologize, I didn't put the chains and the keyrings. Where are you, chain? The little chain. I didn't put the chains and keyrings together, as it would have taken me a couple hours just to do that. So, and then if you ordered a pocket clip, there will be a pocket clip. There will also be two little screws under here if you got a pocket clip. And so you just slap those on, whichever ones you want, and you're good to go. A word of advice about the hex keys. Particularly, well, both of them really. If you choose to undo the pivot especially, it does have medium strength Loctite on it. So you're going to want to apply a lot of downward pressure into it as you're turning it to loosen it. And that's just going to make sure you don't strip anything out. And also, if you're loosening it and it feels like it's giving you a lot of resistance and you're worrying about stripping it out, you can also take a little heat to the screw, something like a hair dryer or something like that. Heat it up, and it'll start turning that Loctite gooey, so you can loosen that up really quick. That generally shouldn't be a problem, but it's always easier to err on the side of caution rather than worry about stripping out a screw. Also, with the little itty-bitty guy down here, with your 080, your tiny guy down here, it's going to be easier to undo just because it doesn't have Loctite on it, but when you go to tighten it up again, if you put your screw on it, preferably don't tighten it up with your hex key like that. That's just too much torque, and you can risk stripping out the threads just because they are such small threads. What you really want to do is just tighten it in that fashion so you're not applying a ton. And really, the amount of force you need for this bottom one is not a ton. If you're worried about it loosening up, you're not going to get it to hold necessarily any tighter by tightening it up the screw tighter. What you're going to want to do is, if you're worried about it loosening up, or if it does happen to loose up, you'll want to put like a low strength Loctite or something on there. So it's easy to break, but be kind of gummy. So what I wanted to show is your aluminums and your coppers. Now what you might notice is, see how the copper doesn't quite come up the perfect 180 degrees? The reason behind that is because the copper is so much more slick than the aluminum. What would happen is it would open up and then kick back. So what I've done is put a little rubber bumper in there. So it actually hits the little rubber bumper, and it mitigates that kickback quite a bit. Now what that also does is it has a tendency to make it not stand up, the perfect 180 degrees. Now that's not a malfunction, anything like that. As soon as you go to start using it, it's going to push it up against the harder surface, but you'll be able to feel the little rubber bumper in there towards the end. And so I just wanted to show that, so if anybody gets theirs and they're confused about why their copper opens just a little bit, crooked versus an aluminum that opens 100% straight, that's the reason. It's due to the materials. The copper is just so much more slick than the aluminum, so it needs a little help to stay put upwards. So yeah, I hope everybody starts getting their knives very soon. All domestic orders have been shipped. All international orders will be shipped by the end of the week. Yeah, if anybody has any questions, feel free to email me or message me on Kickstarter. However you want to get a hold of me, go ahead and get a hold of me. And yeah, I love seeing feedback on Instagram. So if you guys have Instagram, feel free to post a picture of the knife. It certainly makes me happy. I can't promise anything will come out of it, but it makes me happy to see my products out in the wild. So yeah, I hope everybody enjoys their knives. I'll talk to you all soon. I'm going to be posting one more video. It'll be going on the website and stuff more. So one more update about the website, and on the website, my personal website, is I'm going to be posting videos about changing blades and a couple of other things. So yeah, enjoy the rest of your Monday.